If I ask you, what do you reckon is the most popular fast food item for children? The answer 9 times out of 10 is chicken nuggets. The term chicken nugget, however, means or could mean an entirely different thing in my country, Bahrain. Directed most of the time at teenagers, the term chicken nugget is also a pejorative, a term expressing disapproval. So what the hell does it mean? The role English language has occupied as an international language pushed the educational system in Bahrain towards investing in youth, where we reached a point that you could live in Bahrain for years on end without speaking a word of Arabic. This might have led our culture to start to perceive that knowing how to speak English is a luxury, as a feature, as a thing that if you don't have, you're automatically placed in a lower intellectual level. A person who doesn't speak English is automatically deemed as, well, uneducated enough. And inversely, a person who speaks English really well would be viewed on top of everyone in the intellectual pyramid, so to speak. So growing up in a private school led me to interact with English-speaking media and Western media. I mean, I grew up watching the Disney Channel and Nickelodeon, and basically, since early childhood, all the content that I digested was in English, which slowly made me build up a dependence on the English language for media consumption. And in my teen years, there was a clash in my head between the universe that is English speaking and the universe that is Arabic speaking. So this is where the term chicken nugget comes in. When a person speaks multiple languages, they usually do this thing called code switching, which means that I would suddenly say something in English when I'm talking in Arabic and say something in Arabic while talking English. Salam Abdullah, how are you? I'm good, thank you for asking. Shakhbaruk. I'm doing really well, but exams are kinda hard. يعني ما أدري متى أخلص. I know exams suck, بس يعني باقي لي كم يوم وتخلص إن شاء الله. In these cases, the listener sometimes thinks, why did I switch to another language? When we are young, the listener doesn't only think that, but actually uses it to make fun of you. And hence the term chicken nugget. I think the term chicken nugget was specifically used because it can represent the westernization of Gulf countries. The term has been since claimed by us chicken nuggets, and we use it as a way to show that that's the way we are. Some may argue that we used the language too much, that it penetrated our cuisine and changed what we call things. Some may say it made us lose our connection with our culture and deviate from the incredible language that is Arabic. But the thing is, this thing happens all the time, not only with the Arabic language. Some notable examples are the words hello, goodbye, and okay. Everyone says okay and everyone understands okay. It mixed itself with so many different languages that it's just acceptable to mix in okay when you're talking another language. Other clear examples are curse words like and So why does the term appear in Bahrain and not in all other Arabic-speaking countries? This is where I recommend you to watch Mirium Alzeera's brilliant video about it.
But as someone who had been trying to repress the Bahraniness, and as someone who's been trying to not show exactly who I was the second I opened my mouth, clearly, obviously, that made me gravitate towards English. Like, that's such a normal reaction.
You see, the clear distinction between my accent and other people's accents made me less comfortable with using Arabic as a formal language and more comfortable with me using English as my formal language. It also made me far more invested in English-speaking media, English language music, English language shows, English language movies, and so on. A key point Miriam mentions is representation. I rarely see people who speak like me in the media and in national TV. In the rare instances where I do listen to people talk in my accent, it is sometimes in comedic roles, and that only makes things worse for young, impressionable Bahrainis. Representation is key. If I grew up listening to ads in my accent, listening to radio shows, actors and actresses speaking the way I speak, I would have probably felt far more connected to my native tongue. Having said all that, we have to acknowledge that language is not a specific set of rules that we have to follow. Language is our medium of communication. And the only limit it has is how much we understand each other, how effective it is that we deliver our message. Whether it's English, Arabic, a mixture of both, or any other language, do what makes you comfortable, do what makes you happy, and what keeps you sane.